Eve, in an ancient town nestled in the heart of Turkey, where the scent of spices and strong coffee danced in the air, lived a young boy named Emir. More than anything, Emir dreamed of becoming a storyteller, a medder, just like his grandfather. He longed to weave tales that would capture the hearts of everyone in his town, to make them laugh, cry, and ponder the mysteries of life. Its grandfather had always said, "A story, my boy, is a bridge. It connects hearts and reveals truths hidden in plain sight." Emir held these words close, practicing his craft every day, telling stories to the stray cats in the alleys and the ancient olive trees on the hillside. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in fiery shades of orange and purple, Emir was exploring the dusty corners of his grandfather's old workshop. Behind a stack of faded carpets, he found a small, ornate lantern. It wasn't made of gold or silver, but of a dark, burnished bronze, covered in intricate carvings of stars and crescent moons. It felt cool and heavy in his hands. Curious, Emir tried to light it, but no flame would catch. He polished it, whispered to it, and even tried a dozen different wicks, all to no avail. Disappointed, he set it on his bedside table, its silent, dark form a small mystery in his room. That night, his mother came to tuck him in. "Did you finish all your chores today, Emir?" she asked with a gentle smile. "Yes, Mama," Emir replied, even though he'd forgotten to fetch water from the well. The moment the words left his lips, the lantern on his table flickered with a soft, warm light. It glowed for just a second before fading back into darkness. Emir sat up, his eyes wide with surprise. A moment later, his mother asked, "Are you sure? The water bucket by the door is still empty." A wave of guilt washed over Emir. "You're right, Mama," he confessed. "I'm sorry, I forgot. I'll do it first thing in the morning." This time, as he spoke the truth, the lantern shone with a steady, brilliant light, illuminating the entire room with a golden glow that felt as warm as a hug. Emir stared at it, a slow smile spreading across his face. He had found a lantern of truth. Word soon spread through the town of a grand new project. The mayor, a man with a booming voice and a smile that never quite reached his eyes, announced he would build a magnificent new bridge. He claimed it would bring prosperity and connect them to neighboring villages. "This bridge," he declared in the town square, "is for the good of all." The townspeople cheered, excited by his promises. However, Emir overheard two of the mayor's advisors whispering. They spoke of a secret deal the mayor was planning to sell the town's precious ancient forest to a wealthy merchant to fund the project, keeping a large sum of the money for himself. The new bridge was just a distraction, a cover for his greed. Emir's heart pounded in his chest. He knew he had to do something. The forest was the soul of their town, a place of history and life. Clutching his magic lantern, he ran to the town square, his grandfather's words echoing in his mind. "Courage is telling the truth, even when it's hard." He stood on the central fountain, took a deep breath, and began to speak. "I have a story to tell," he shouted, his voice trembling but clear. A crowd began to gather, intrigued by the boy and the strange lantern he held. "Once," Emir began, "there was a greedy gardener who promised his village a beautiful new well." As he spoke, he held the lantern high. He told them it would bring water for everyone. But secretly, he planned to sell the villagers only spring to a stranger, leaving their gardens to wither and die, just to fill his own pockets with gold. As Emir told the tale, which mirrored the mayor's own deceitful plan, the lantern of truth began to glow. It started as a soft glimmer, but with every word of truth, it grew brighter and brighter. The light pulsed, growing so intense that it bathed the entire square in a dazzling, undeniable radiance. The townspeople gasped, "Amen." In the brilliant glow, They saw the flicker of guilt in the mayor's eyes and the nervous shuffling of his advisors. The truth, illuminated by the lantern, was impossible to ignore. The story had built a bridge, not of stone, but of understanding. Exposed and ashamed, the mayor had no choice but to confess his scheme. The forest was saved, all thanks to a young storyteller and his magical lantern. The mayor learned that day that the most powerful stories are the ones rooted in truth, and that a single voice, armed with courage, can illuminate the darkest of lies.